called the ghost beads or something sometimes when they try to give it a name. But there's a lot more to the story of the juniper berries. There are many times that people have questions about some of the things that they see as they drive through the Navajo Nation along the highways. Many of our people have little jewelry stands, and some of the items that they offer for sale are these juniper berry necklaces, and they decorate them in various ways with glass beads and other items and that to make necklaces. But generally it's just the single strand loop actually, and it's called the ghost beads or something sometimes when they try to give it a name. But there's a lot more to the story of the juniper berries. The way that they use it in the ceremony is in the enemy way ceremony. They take the portion of the juniper, the branches, and then they harvest the actual green part of the juniper, and they put that in water and boil it, and that's what they drink during the enemy way ceremony. Now the enemy way ceremony is performed for people that have gone off to war and returned, and a lot of times the veterans and that of wars and that have a lot of memory, negative memory of their experience, and so they have a lot of problems. And today, of course, it's recognized as PTSD, the post-traumatic stress disorder. But during World War II, they didn't really, they kept it secret, and so then it's just been more recent in the in Iraq and some of the wars and that they've participated in. Our young men return home and they have this PTSD they have to deal with. But in the old days, when they treated that, it was done with the ceremony and the use of the juniper portions of the plant. But it goes further back than that. The people during the early part of the history with the encounter with the Europeans, it was in the Southwest when the Navajo people had a very vast population of our people occupied the greater portion of the Southwest, and when they captured Spaniards, children and women, and carried out the distributing these people that they had captured among the Navajos, they didn't realize that they had germs and viruses and various sicknesses that our people had no immunities to, and so many of them perished from the sickness. But one of the plants that they tried to use to treat themselves, and it seemed to work, is the juniper berry. They would grind it up and make an herb, and then throw some of the juniper into it, and that's what they would drink. And it seemed like those people that used the juniper in that way, they were able to survive. And so it was that the juniper berry and the juniper plant was something that our people remember, but that story has been lost. So the only thing that many of the stories that they tell now is that they just the ghost beads is what they call them in most cases, is to ward off evil. But there's a greater story in that behind it, and so that's what we are told about the juniper.